Hi, I'm Carol Richards with the Aphasia Recovery Connection, and I'm here with Alie Chandler. She's a music therapist, and I've known her now for several years. But I was excited to see she was at the Aphasia Access Leadership Summit, and I attended one of her sessions. And I tell you what, music can really help a lot of people with aphasia. Hi, Alie.
Hi, Carol. It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you. Can you give me an idea, or our listeners an idea of how and why is music something that people with aphasia might want to consider on this recovery journey?
Well, music is one of the only activities that engages your whole brain. So it's really unique and can really help with finding different routes to language through singing.
And how long have you been working with people with aphasia?
Oh, about probably 15 years now.
Okay. And I noticed that you have some letters after your name and that you are a music therapist. Now, people with aphasia know what a speech therapist is, but what sort of training is there to become a music therapist? What does that mean?
Yeah, it's very similar to speech therapy or other kinds of therapists. We have a degree and we have a board certification, and we have, about the same goals in therapy. Ours are somewhat holistic, like we can help with depression, anxiety, speech, language, and we work a lot with speech therapists as well.
That's interesting. So, have you worked on Zoom with people with aphasia? I know you have because you've done some work with us before with ARC. How does that work when somebody might come to a Zoom session doing music?
Yes, we have group sessions and individual sessions, and we work on all kinds of vocal articulation exercises, singing exercises, as well as maybe some melodic intonation therapy, some singing. And we can have a lot of fun and release, any kind of emotions we want to through music.
That's awesome. Well, I know for me, and I bet you for most of our listeners, music really does impact how we feel. And it really has a lot of value, I think, to people with aphasia and caregivers too. And Alie has a lot of experience working with this population. In fact, she was the only music therapist at this big speech pathology support conference. So it really shows us that she's really, really interested in working with people with aphasia. And I know that's one of her specialties. She does things on Zoom privately, she has an app, she does groups. And dare I give them a spoiler alert what we have in the works?
Definitely.
So I am really excited. We are developing a program that will be launching later. It's a webinar series with a medical doctor. It's actually David's doctor that he had many years ago. And she gave him a watch, and that watch had a G.I. Joe on it. And she told him, David, you need to be a fighter, like a warrior. So we're developing a series with the medical doctor and other experts. Now, what's really exciting is there's an ARC member, Tracie. Her daughter is a musician for Disney and for Minecraft, a great musician. And she worked with ARC members to come up with lyrics for a song called Aphasia Warriors. So during that webinar series, we will also be adding some music. So, Alie, what do you think of our song, Aphasia Warriors, and what might we be doing during the webinar? Can you give them some ideas of how fun this is going to be?
Yes, we'll definitely be learning and doing some techniques to learn all those words in the song, and just having a good time with that and expressing ourselves and working on our language skills at the same time.
All right. Well, you can look forward to that coming out later in the year. It's in development now, so you're going to have to wait. But I will post Allie's her website, her contact information if you'd like to contact her before then. So maybe you want to get to work on doing some music. Hope so. Bye, everybody. And thank you so much, Alie.
Thank you for having me.